I guess I just live such a privileged life in the most expensive and wealthiest city in the world, and there's no reason for me to sit back and enjoy it when everything that I have shouts, go help and give.
I'm here to support my fellow students who are putting ideas into action.
My roommates were going and I was home with nothing to do on a Friday night.
Everything I do is geared towards other people and love for God as well.
I really felt that it was important for me to support them, even though I didn't really know a lot about child sexploitation.
With loving others, you have to take practical steps, getting involved in issues.
If you don't understand the world around you and understand what's happening, I don't see how you can become successful in any way.
When I found out that that's what they were doing and that it was going on here at the college, I was like, oh, I have to do this. I have to be a part of this.
The Red Light Children campaign is a global grassroots movement against all forms of child sexploitation, including child prostitution and child pornography.
About exactly 5 years ago, I was in Cambodia and walking in the street in 2 in the afternoon, give and take, in the middle of a street in the capital, I found myself surrounded by a group of about 15 little girls, yay high, 5, 6-year-old girls, who were very aggressively soliciting me for prostitution. I started researching this subject matter and I was horrified to find out that not only what I went through is not an isolated case, but there are well over 2 million kids, some younger than 1 year old, that are kidnapped and sold into prostitution and sexual slavery worldwide every year.
I felt sick during the presentation just because I knew this was really happening in Cambodia and in a lot of Asian countries, but I had no idea it was so widespread.
I think the thing that mainly struck me was the pain that is going into these kids' lives and the cruelty and how people can be so fallen and be so broken and can cause these kind of atrocities.
Invisible Children is an organization that raises awareness about the 21-year-old civil war in northern Uganda. The Lord's Resistance Army has been fighting against the Ugandan government since 1986. This has resulted in 20,000 abducted children being used as forced child soldiers and sex slaves. The war has also displaced over 1.5 million people in the last 10 years. In these displacement camps, the conditions are so poor that 1,000 people die every week.
We're all born with compassion. I think even the most heartless of all people understands that hurting other people is bad.
I think that it really just stems from selfishness, and we all get so caught up in thinking that we're the only one in the universe and everything revolves around us, and I think that's just human nature.
And that's something that I definitely believe is something that needs to be stopped, and if we really say that we love kids and we love others, then we need to do everything we can to stop that. And even if it's making just small differences.
It's a situation of looking for someplace safe. You don't wait for somebody to set it for you.
The children have to run because they fear getting abducted by the rebels.
And it is mind-boggling that people can do these kind of things. But this is the reality of millions of kids around the world. I want you to feel rage and say, well, we need to do something about it, and realize that we actually have that option.
I have younger sisters who are older than some of the people who are being exploited, and to think about them being, it gets me angry, and it's the kind of angry that I want to just do something about. I don't want to just sit on my couch and still be angry about it and then, you know, do whatever. I want to be angry and make change. I want it to be effective anger.
At some point, as we were shooting the 3 films, we realized, okay, so people will now know, and hopefully with your help, with the help of many others, we can create enough awareness that there's nobody who can say, I didn't know.
I think what really gets me are small people doing large things in places that most people are afraid to go. So when I see someone do something dramatic, it's just an inspiration.
what we developed is a very comprehensive blueprint of action items as to how you really decrease this problem.
Seeing the amount of impact that something so small as giving away your email address or, passing out flyers or things like that, I definitely think I'm going to get involved that way. I think it's something that, as a college student, I need to do as someone that wants to work with kids and just as a person.
Even if you think you can't, save the whole world and save, 10 million kids, you can do something and you can save one. And so just having that at the forefront of my thoughts, I think is going to be really important.
But I don't think we'll eradicate child prostitution. But we can put a tiny dent in this number of 2.5 million, 10% less. Okay, so we save only 250,000 kids each year initially. Is that worth a couple of minutes of your time?
It's very easy to become apathetic, but when you are loved, you can give love. And that's why I'm motivated not to be apathetic, because I've been shown love.
Compassion, I think of two things. First of all, I think of fake compassion, and that's saying, oh, that's cute, or oh, that's awful. I really wish that wouldn't happen, and then sit down and change the channel. That's one kind of compassion. And then there's the other kind of compassion that motivates you to go out and do something and actually change things, which is the right kind of compassion. And I just hope that more people would feel that when hearing stuff about issues like child exploitation.
I guess it has to be more than just doing something for someone else. It has to be a desire that motivates everything you do, is behind every decision you make, is behind everything you're about to say, is a comprehensive and all-encompassing reason to do something outside of yourself.